Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Matatag Curriculum, Science, Grade 4, Quarter 1, Lesson 7. Our topic for today is about science attitudes and science process skills. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. For our learning competency, the learners identify issues and concerns in the local community and how they could be addressed by science, such as the treatment of waste. Objectives. First, identify appropriate science process skills and attitudes needed in addressing issues and concerns in the local community. And second, explain the different scientific attitudes and science process skills. Now, let's start with this picture. Look at the picture carefully. How do scientists succeed in their scientific works? Scientists succeeds by being curious using careful methods, working well with others, and persevering through challenges. They stay updated, communicate clearly, and maintain high ethical standards. How about your answer? Can you share it to the class? If scientists don't have the skills and attitudes to finish a scientific work, what could possibly happen to us? Well, without the right skills and attitudes, scientists might produce wrong results, waste resources, miss discoveries, lose public trust, and slow down progress. So in this lesson, we will learn about the different science process skills and attitudes one should possess to be able to work and finish scientific activities. So let's start with vocabulary. So classify the words below. These are the attitudes and scientific process skills. So here are the words that you need to classify. Measuring, belief, curiosity, objectivity, critical thinking, classifying, open-mindedness, inventiveness, observing, risk-taking, intellectual honesty, humility, inferring, responsibility, and predicting. So we have the first column, scientific attitudes, while the second column, science process skills. Let us first define scientific attitudes. It is an attitude that is indicated by the existence of logical thinking based on facts and considered according to the basic scientific theory. Here are the 10 important scientific attitudes that a scientist should have. Belief, curiosity, objectivity, critical thinking, open-mindedness, inventiveness, risk-taking, intellectual honesty, humility, and responsibility. Next, we have science process skill. It is a skill or something that one or a scientist should possess or do when they study and investigate. Science process skills are the following: observing, measuring, classifying, inferring, and predicting.
Evidence is like a clue that something is true. Scientists collect evidence through observations and experiments. Scientists use evidence to understand the world around us. Around us. We need evidence to help us support our ideas. The more evidence we have, the stronger our idea is. Scientists use evidence to understand the world around us. Around us. Evidence is like a clue that something is true. Scientists collect evidence through observations and experiments. Scientists use evidence to understand the world around us. Around us.
Do you like to do experiments? What are the things that you need to develop and possess to accomplish a scientific task properly or successfully? Let us answer those questions in this lesson. Learning Activity Sheet number 1. The lesson title or topic is about scientific attitudes and science process skills. Activity number 7, Sci Salon. Objectives: explain the different scientific attitudes and science process skills. Materials needed: video clips. Here are the instructions. First, work in a group of 3. Second, go to your assigned salon and do the task in there. Third, brainstorm. Review and master the evidence you have gathered with your groupmates and be ready with the debate. For Salon 1, watch the short clip, Scientific Attitudes. Then, watch silently and be guided with the following questions. Number 1, what are scientific attitudes? Number 2, list the science attitudes mentioned in the video clip. And third, describe each attitude in the light of scientific works.
Scientific attitudes are important aspects of a personality, most especially to those who want to be successful in the field of science. Almost all scientists are believers. They believe that everything happens for a reason. For example, if a clock is not working, it may be because the batteries ran out of energy. Another example is when plants grew fast. It might be because on the fertilizers they put into it. Scientists also have curiosity. They ask questions and seek answers. Scientists are hungry for information, especially when things don't fall into pattern. For example, looking at a bridge, scientists often are curious, how do bridges bear so much weight? Also, when they look in a dark sky, they become curious of what causes rain to form. People inclined to science are objective. They do not allow their feelings to influence their records and conclusions. They record and write their observations as it is. Example, when they see plant action like folding of its leaves whenever it is touched, scientists record them in their journals. Likewise, when they are recording the shadows appearing during daytime. Another scientific attitude is critical thinking. Scientists base suggestions and conclusions on evidences. Example, before arriving at a conclusion, they test all the possible methods. Also, they go beyond asking what and ask how and why questions. Another important scientific attitude is open-mindedness. Scientists listen and respect the ideas of others. They ask for permission before giving feedback and presenting results. Moreover, they do not interrupt when someone's sharing their thoughts. Scientists also possess inventiveness. They generate new and original ideas. Like in school, the grade 5 students build a robot that can measure the area of the classroom. In some activities, they combine colors aside from the given colors to enhance their work. Scientists are also risk-takers. They try new ideas even at risk of failure or criticism. They are not afraid of performing or presenting their work in front of a large crowd. And in cooking, they make new recipes they have not tried before. One of the important attitudes of science enthusiasts is the respect for others' creations. They practice intellectual honesty, meaning they give truthful report of observations so others would not put into danger or harmed. For example, scientists advise us that adding more water to the cactus would not make it grow. Or even in our malfunctioning cars, replacing its batteries would make it start again. Scientists also possess humility. They admit their errors and recognizes other better ideas. For example, when a student put wrong ingredients in the mixture, the student accepts his mistake and work on making it right. Also, the leader appreciated the efforts of the team members. Finally, we all scientists have big responsibility. We should actively participate in tasks and perform our duties. Like at home, we don't rely to our mom or dad to constantly remind us to do our homework and maintain the cleanliness of our room. Those are the scientific attitudes that makes us successful in the field of science. Before you leave, I would like to ask, which of the attitudes do you have and which of them are you lacking? Better check yourself now. Until next time.
For Salon 2, Science Process Skills. Here are the guide questions. What are science process skills? Second, what are the basic process skills as mentioned in the video? And third, describe each skill, especially when doing scientific works.
Hi class! For this lesson, we will talk about basic science process skills and how they are utilized in conducting scientific investigations. The key to doing science is understanding what scientists do. This primarily involves acquisition of knowledge, and there are several ways of acquiring knowledge. This can be through any of the following: habits, intuition or guesswork, authorities, reasoning, experiences, and science. Among those mentioned, acquiring knowledge through science is the most logical and systematic way. In order for us to acquire knowledge through science, we need some basic skills, and this include the following: observing, communicating, measuring, classifying, inferring, and predicting. Observing is a skill where we use our senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Observations can either be classified as qualitative or quantitative, both of which use our senses. In quantitative observations, we utilize instruments or tools such as rulers, balances, or thermometers to provide an observation that is measurable or quantifiable. After observation, we can now relay or communicate in order to share gathered information. This skill is called communicating. Measuring is another skill which involves ascertaining a property of a material and expressing it in a defined unit. As an example, the length of a wooden stick can be expressed in a standard unit called meter, while the mass of the same wooden stick can be expressed in grams. A measurement typically contains two parts. One, a number or magnitude, which tells how much or how many. And two, a unit or dimension, which tells how much of what. Classifying is a skill which involves grouping of sets of information, objects, or events based on similarities, differences, and interrelationships. This skill is important because it is assumed that if a set of objects shares something in common, it may also share other attributes as well. Next skill is inferring, which can be derived from an outcome of an observed event. Inferences are explanations or interpretations that usually follow after an observation. Inferences are influenced by our own personal experiences and may change as we make more observations. Hence, our inferences may continually be modified and at times can be accepted or rejected. Lastly, predicting is a skill defined as projecting about the outcome of an event. Good observations and good inferences may lead to sound predictions. Because predictions are based on observations and inferences, it is important to note that predictions are not simple guesses and are thus testable. As students, integrating these basic science process skills will make our learning experience richer and more meaningful. These basic process skills will also become helpful when presented with problems and carrying out scientific investigations. That ends our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed learning with us. For more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification button. I'll see you in the next lesson.
Here's the lesson activity Salon 1. Let us answer. What are scientific attitudes? The answer: it is an attitude that is indicated by the existence of logical thinking based on facts and considered according to the basic scientific theory. Number 2, what are the scientific attitudes presented in the video? Here's the answer. The scientific attitudes presented in the video are belief, curiosity, objectivity, critical thinking, open-mindedness, inventiveness, risk-taking, intellectual honesty, humility, and responsibility. Number 3, describe each attitude. First is belief. Everything happens for a reason. Second, curiosity. Curiosity is a hunger for information, wanting to know everything or reason for everything. Third is objectivity. Objectivity means not letting own opinions or emotions influence the findings or results of the experiment. Fourth is critical thinking. It is testing all possible factors or hypotheses before giving conclusions and generalizations. Fifth is open-mindedness. Listening and respecting ideas of others and willingness to take suggestions. Sixth is inventiveness. generates new and original ideas. 7th is risk-taking. Risk-taking is willingness to take the risk even the work may fail or generate criticism. 8 is intellectual honesty. Giving truthful observations and properly acknowledging ideas of others. 9th is humility. Recognizing one's weaknesses and acknowledging better ideas from others. 10th is responsibility. Actively participating in a task and religiously doing their task. Next, we have Salon 2. Let's answer. Number 1, what are science process skills? Answer, it is a skill or something that one or scientist should possess or do when they study and investigate. Number 2, what are the basic process skills as mentioned in the video? Here are the answers. The science process skills mentioned in the video are observing, measuring, classifying, inferring, and predicting. Number 3, describe each skill. First is observing. It is a skill where we use our sense organs: eye, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Second is measuring. It is a skill needed in telling the properties of materials using units. Measuring tools are used to tell these properties. Third is classifying, grouping based on a defined criterion. Fourth is inferring, explaining an observation. Fifth is predicting, telling the outcome of an event. This time, let's answer the learner's takeaways. Fill out the chart below to summarize the lesson this week. So we have the scientific attitudes. Number 1, belief. Number 2, curiosity. Number 3, objectivity. Number 4, critical thinking. Number 5, open-mindedness. Number 6, inventiveness. Number 7, risk-taking. Number 8, intellectual honesty. Number 9, humility. And 10, responsibility. Next, let's go on with science process skills. Number 1, observing. Number 2, measuring. Number 3, classifying. Number 4, inferring. And number 5, predicting. Let's have the formative assessment. Directions: match the scientific attitudes to the situations which best describe them. Write the letter only. Number 1, belief. The answer is letter E. Maria believes that whatever the outcome of her experiment is destined to happen and you cannot question it. Number 2, curiosity. The answer is letter C. Rodrigo always asks questions to everything that happens. He pays close particular attention to objects. Number 3, objectivity. The answer is letter B. John is not in favor to the result of his experiment because this disapproves his assumptions, but still he presented the outcome of his research without any alteration. Number 4, critical mindedness. The answer is letter H. Sonia always draws conclusion based on evidence. One time, she was in doubt of the results she gathered. As a result, she went through the whole process just to verify the obtained data. Number 5, open-mindedness. The answer is letter A. Marga respects the ideas of her groupmates. When criticized, she never keeps a bad feeling towards the person. Instead, she willingly changes her view if she knows that others have a better idea. Number 6, inventiveness. The answer is letter J. Roy is named Mr. Responsible in class. He proposes ideas which seem so impossible to happen. One day, Roy surprised everyone when he proved one of his ideas. Number 7 is risk-taking. The answer is letter I. Eric keeps on trying his experiments just to prove his claims. He failed many times, heard criticisms, but he never stopped until he proved it right. Number 8, intellectual honesty. The answer is letter D. Jong is not possessive to generated ideas. He reports information gathered in an experiment without any personal interest. Number 9, humility. The answer is letter G. Mark has proven his prowess in scientific work many times. He even competed and won in various science research. When doing group activities, he still seeks for the opinions of his groupmates because he believes that others have bright ideas too, and that his is not always the best. And number 10 is responsibility, and the answer is letter F. Marco never loved scientific works, but when in his science class, he does his part always in all activities, trying his best to do his work with utmost diligence. This is another formative assessment. Directions. Give the science process skill or skills you should employ to give answer to the following questions. Number 1, what are the characteristics of an ice cream? The answer, observing. Number 2, how many fruits of each kind are there in the basket? The answer is observing and classifying. Number 3, what will happen after a typhoon? The answer is predicting. Number 4, how much of each ingredient will you use in baking the cake? The answer is measuring. And number 5, why do plants wilt easily? The answer is inferring. And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.